Ladies and gentlemen, we are back through and we are getting ready to begin the Coalesce Derby at game number 2 this evening between Coalesce Primal and Coalesce Legion. One of these teams will be dropping to the losers round if they're not able to pick it up here. So massive moment for both of these sides, folks. We're running a little behind on this, so we're going to go straight to the map mode screen. We'll get to see the maps that these teams are going to be playing today. A Protocol, Triple Hacienda, and Red Card should be absolutely fantastic. Map number 1 is going to be getting underway ASAP. Don't go anywhere. We're about to get this one done. Get hyped, folks, because we're in any moment now going to be getting underway with map number 1. Protocol Hardpoint going to be getting underway here in just a second. Teams are practically ready to go. All sitting, just waiting for the moment to arise. One of these teams moving down to the loser side. One team progressing through. The Primal roster actually yet to drop a map in the division. Have been absolutely dominating. Looking to continue to dominate here as they get ready to get into this one. Time ticks down. And who do you think is gonna come away with this one, guys? Show hype in the chat. Who do you have for it? Is it going to be the side of Primal, or are we going to get a massive upset from the side of Legion? A derby where one team is clearly the favorite, but everyone absolutely loves an underdog story. Again, folks, do let us know in the chat, who do you think is going to come out on top of this one? Is it going to be Primal? Is it going to be Legion? Either way, Coalesce are having a good day here, both making the playouts at Div 2, the playoffs. But is one going to be dropping out early? If they go down to the losers bracket, are they going to be in deep, deep trouble? We are yet to find out, but ladies and gentlemen, it's imminent. Map number 1. Getting underway here. Protocol Hardpoint. Not one you often see chosen as the map one in the Irish side of things, but one that is most certainly a welcome change. Get hyped for both of these sides, folks. Coalesce, it's your night. Make the most of it. Hype in the chat. As we are about to get underway. Best of luck to both of these sides. Hold your breath, Coalesce. Let's get it going. Beginning on board with the Legion side. And Dynamo picking up one. Primal with a great start as Dynamo picks up two. Again, folks, a team that's a strong favourite. Looking to make light work of their Derby Day brothers. Clean holds on the point. Tempest and Flammy combining. And they have complete control of P1 here, controlling the two top areas. And Legion are off to a shaky start. As that feed is just being painted purple. All they're feeling right now, Coalesce Legion, is purple pain. As it's Primal. Locking down over 40 seconds on P1. Legion gonna play the reset in P2. Obey. Shooting early. Still manages to pick up the kill. It's Roden who's gonna try and hold through the middle. Putting some shots in. Getting the kill. But Primal now holding from front. They've converged around the point. Does he check the right side? He does. Legion now on the point. And Legion trying to get some time of their own. With the break. Where will it come from? Yeah, Flammy B making his way around the side. Who's he catching off guard? The nade's going to do one. And Flammy's going to come in for the cleanup. Taken out quick, though. As Roden will get back on the point. Should be able to play for most of the scrap here. And not too far behind. Roden, he's not checked his right. But his teammate is there. Icy taking out his own teammate. Roden's with one. And Roden 10 and 4 holding this top, picking up a vital position here. Just trying to keep Primal off the key positional areas. But that doesn't work out for long. Legion with the nades to try and break in. Does that stick? It does. They have a road in. But it has to be said, Primal are looking very, very strong in how they play together as a unit. Again, folks, a team who has not dropped a map. Obey. In what one gets taken out. Key rotations locked down by Primal, and this is where they'll really begin to pull away. I said once again are just painting this feed purple. Primal, a team who really struggled in Division 1 last season. For those of you who don't remember, Primal as a squad were actually in the very first season of COD Ireland, had placed Division 1 and were near bottom. We're in the bottom few teams. Which, you know, and looking at the way that they played and looking at the records from Season 1, they were very much a high Division 2 team. Make no doubt about that. You know, a team that you would have thought we're going to be able to do some damage in this division. But as a unit, just really seem to have stepped up to a whole nother level here as they have grown in the game. They have just learned what works for them. They've stuck together as a unit as well, which is so important for these sides. As we now get ready to go back to a P1 where Primal over 100 points in the lead. Only Dynamo broken 10 deaths. Coalesce Legion are falling behind quickly here. They are struggling. Icy, only 4 and 14. Not having a good old time of it here. Some shaky shots. He ends up ripping his teammate. That is ice in the veins there, I must admit. That was something to behold. Is limited now with another. Limited picking up one more and another clean feed of purple. Primal are another level here today. They have been all season. A squad who was almost for sure definitely earned their promotion back to Division 1 for Season 3 of the COD Ireland League. More details on that to come in the future, and many big announcements coming your way. We hope. Some important talks underway for COD Ireland as Rodent now rotated around the back. Did he get good timing? He didn't actually get the spot, but he's still just locking down this angle. Legion trying to get some time back. Again, decreasing the deficit to under 100, but only for a matter of time, as Legion are going to get spawn trapped, and Flammy be decimating here as Icy moves forward. Limited and Tempest with a few. Tempest with another. This Primal side in the prime of their playing careers here. 70 to 191. So far completely dominating their brothers. As Legion are trying to break through. Rodent has been very good for the side of Legion, it has to be said. 20 and 15, a diamond in the rough of his side, but he's just had some dire numbers from the rest of his side with no disrespect intended. But Primal on the verge here at getting the job done relatively simply on this map 1. As Optic picks up a nice 2. Maybe he'll be signed one day. All a matter of time. Legion on the point. Playing the scrap. Limited on the chase. Big kills coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob's your uncle. There you have it. Map number 1. Going the way of the Primal side. 250 to 83. A side very much vying to win Division 2. Having an absolutely monstrous start. And so far, so good for the side of Coalesce Primal, who take map number 1, 250 to 83. And are looking dangerous here. A side who wants to go all the way, who wants to win this division. About to put their Derby brothers down and out early on unless there is a huge change. Don't go anywhere, folks. Map number 2. It's about to get underway. Ladies and gentlemen, map number 2 about to get underway. One of what is potentially a triple Hacienda. If you like Hacienda as a squad, then maybe this is the place for you. Best of luck to both of these sides as we load into it quite quickly. Very quickly. That game started rapidly. More so than usual. It's not like more so than usual would be much. It's not like these games ever do particularly start quick on COD. But the search and destroy. In a 3v3 scenario, obey on the chase. Trying to get out, but the pushes around from all angles. At least rodent up all on his own, but not for long. Primal. Make quick work of round 1. They played the baits left and right. Done enough to pick up the kill. And they're actually deciding to end the round here. End the game. Must be some sort of issue that has occurred. So folks, apologies about that. Players decide to end the game. We'll figure out what's what and try and get back into this one ASAP. A disconnect maybe. We'll find out. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back in. Discord completely crashed, booting these players out of their chats, but now they will be using the in-game chat to see this one out as they push on. Big 2 from a Legion. With Tempest at 1, Tempest and Flammy B the last up for Primal. Tempest jiggling left and right. Flammy B around the back. Tempest picking up 1. Now a 2v2, but Icy picking up that. Now makes it a 2v1. Remember, folks, this is 2-1 or 1-0 to Primal so far, as we did play out that first round before the issue occurred. Bomb going to go down now on this A site. A big rip. Flammy with the body shots. Oh, what are we seeing? What are we seeing? Flammy's got the spot. Oh, Flammy! Messing about for too long. And I almost wonder if he just sold that one on purpose. Absolutely crazy. Legion picking up a round that rightfully they should have won anyway. But oh my god, what bug is this? I have not seen this bug before. Hello. Peculiar. Apologies. Hopefully that fixes itself after this round. As for now, we are half a COD caster. Nice little bug. Primal being dropped. Rodent with another first blood. Rodent picking up 1. All of a sudden, Primal all just have limited up. And he's dropped. Legion go 2-1 up. This Legion side very much on their way to trying to pull back a map. But with 4 rounds left to go and this bug continuing to persist. Ah, there we go. We got it back. I just had to fondle some keys. When in doubt, fondle your keys. Just make sure to do it in private. It's Coalesce Legion trying to push forward. Rodent 3-0. Now the first blood going the other way. Rodent, he's going to get caught out. Rotating back. Rodent's just waiting, biding his time. Meanwhile, it's now actually just Rodent that's left the last alive for his side. 1 versus 2. The split coming through to B and A. They trust each other as Rodent makes his way towards his B site. He's actually going to play for the plant. Will he get it down in time? He does. No one for the check. Rodent, where does he play? Sitting very much out in the open there for a second. That worried me. The timing, horrendous for Rodent as he gets taken out and he gets a couple extra bullet holes put in him for good measure. And Primal are going to go through, get this defuse. We get a nice little thumbs down from Flammy B. As Primal even this one up at 2 apiece. Here they go again. Again, the bug happens. And we fix it. Well done, Zep. Thank you, Zep. Slammy B with the push. It's going to be a quick plant towards A. A complete wrong guess from Legion now means they need to retake. Where's the LAN? Says Norbert. Wouldn't you like to know? And maybe you'll know sooner than you think. I'll leave it there. It's now a 3v4. Primal have this site locked down. They seem to have found their rhythm once again after a couple of shaky rounds. But Obey making it 3-3. The joint push going to come through. Now 2v3. They're the last up. Didn't reload before the Chal. That is an interesting move as Legion drop that round. Coalesce. Primal. Now up 3-2. On their way to making this one 2-0 again. This Primal side have not dropped a single map so far this season in Division 2. And on the push is Legion, who again are going to try and go for this quick plant, but they are going to be watched across. These angles have not been protected at all as Primal rip through and leave Obey stranded and eventually taken out. Primal with another quick round and increasingly looking like the better side. People would have hazard a guess that they were the better side anyway, but it's putting a nail in the coffin, it seems. And onwards we go to round number 7. Remember, there was a disconnect in here. Three, 4-2 actually, and Flammy B, more body shots. Loving life here, it seems. More body shots. My word, Flammy. Calm it down. What am I seeing? Absolutely popping off. And Primal take another round, and just one round away from making this one 2-0. This Primal side yet to drop a map this season. Don't look likely to do so here. Obnoxiously dominant, some would say. One round away from a 2-0 victory. Dynamo at 1. Obey gets taken out. Dynamo on a 5 spree. The confidence is rising, but Optic round with the flank. Now makes it a 2v2. Gives them a fighting chance this round. Tempest at 1. Optic with a great kill. Now leaving it in a 1v1. Flammy versus Optic. Flammy's going to make a move towards the site. Flammy. Jiggling left and right. Trying to bait him into the challenge. Moves through the door. Huge round for both of these teams. As Optic is going to pick up the bomb. But Flammy's going to pick up the timing. Actually decides to run out. And throws around. Messing about, it seems. Legion, pull one back. As Rodent hopped off the plant, I think maybe had just seen him come through in the push. And Legion being gifted an opportunity. Need to pull back a few more rounds, though. First blood goes to Primal. Obey with the push, limited picking up 2. Obey with 1. He gets taken out. And that's that. Coalesce Primal. Coming away with map number 2. 6-3. Just one map away from getting it all done and dusted in the derby. There you have it, folks. Map number 2 going the way of Coalesce Primal. Still yet to drop a map. A side who's looking completely in the driver's seat. Looking to win the entire division. And looking to begin so by putting their brothers in arms down to the losers bracket here in the winners round 1. Make sure not to go anywhere, folks. We're going to be getting underway with map number 3 in just a few. Ladies and gentlemen, map number 3 about to get underway. Moving, not on, still staying, as a matter of fact, on Hacienda, this time for a cheeky little bit of control. Potentially, most likely, last map of the evening, unless Legion have something to say about it. A chance for them to cause a reverse sweep upset, with us more than likely seeing Legion move down to the loser's side. Without further ado, folks, here we go. Legion on defense to begin with. How are they going to approach this? Primal with a quick 2. It's actually Legion on the offense, excuse me. I don't know, I believe I said defense. Don't know why. Heads fried, folks. A long week. A very long week. Icy with the push. Icy in the gunfight, trying to stay alive. He's getting pushed and flammy. Shooting some bodies. He's been having fun today. As Rodent, Obey, Optic, and Icy all get away with kills. This gives Legion a way out onto the point. Tick on. Going for a little bit of a trip stack there for a second. Are going to get the second tick as Icy picked up a nice spot. He gets traded out. 2.5 ticks gone. The challenge is going to come in. Dynamo Tempest. Rodent, though, picks up 1. Gets taken out there. But Obey, the last alive, actually gets a point. Gets the capture. And Legion with a shock A. 20 versus 18. Limited. Picks up 1. Flammy B and Tempest with a couple of more. Primal re-establishing control here. As Limited just scouts over the spawn, waits for his moment. Absolutely rips 1. Goes to throw the nade, but Icy gets the shots in the back first. And Icy picks up 1. Gets the turn, doesn't pick up the kill though. Now 12 versus 15, Tempest. Getting out of spawn. I don't quite know where Rodent was looking there. Back on board with Obey. Gonna make one last dash towards this B. 7 versus 13. The lives aren't there, but if they can get a wave, they have a chance. And there's 2. Do they know to turn around though? Obey actually naded his own teammate, but picks up 1. Picks up 2. Needs to get on the point. They need this stack. Four left. Last push, last chance. Tick number 4. That's surely all they'll get. As Rodent still miles left to go. On its own, the clock runs down. 4 ticks for Legion. But ultimately not able to win an offensive round. Primal hold on. And they take round 1. Huge round now for Legion on this defense. Dynamo with the first blood. Limited but 1. Optic contesting the point. Limited picking up the kill. Rodent now with the Chal, but Dynamo picks it up. Icy with 2. Legion managed to clear the point, a life down, but it also has to be said that they don't have much map control as Primal now across A and B. Legion had a few waves of kills, but it was very sparse. Legion clearing the point. Tick gone each way, 21 versus 21. Obey with the turn, turning the long way around for some reason. That was a bit of a weird turn, but we move as Dynamo on the point alongside Flammy B, picking up the kills, continuing to try and dive forward as it's limited. Gonna pick up 2, trying to push on to spawn for some reason. They did get the A tick, I suppose, but you would think cut to B, considering you kind of had them pushed back, but maybe wanting to go for the spawn kills. As Optic and Rodent combined for a couple. A lovely couple, might I add. Limited but 1. On the chase, he's behind, he's waiting for the right chance to shoot. Eventually picked up the kill. A 2 for 2. 11 versus 12. Trying to get their way towards the point. Very spread out. But it's Dynamo is going to try and get on the B. Picks up 1. Nearly gets a second. Nearly absolutely ripping Optic a new one there. As Optic pushes back down low. Flammy. Limited. It's contested. Limited picks up another. The capture coming in. The spawn trap is in. The lives are gone. And Primal, 1 round away from remaining undefeated in the map count and taking the series 3-0 up and decimating in the derby. Round number 3. Could it be the final round? Or do Legion have something up their sleeve? The nades over the top. Try to go for the push. Tempest at 1. Rodent. Caught looking the wrong way. A 4 down for Primal. The spawn trap could be in. Optic. Pushing out towards P2. Dino picking up the kill, knowing to look in the water. As I see through the underside, trying to get moved up. It's some sort of presence outside their half of the map. But it's just not happening. This is clean, quick, efficient work here from Primal, as Legion have not even touched a point yet. Primal are in control, limited in the driver's seat alongside Dynamo, 40 and 22 on their KDs overall. As this one looks to be all wrapped up. Legion struggling to get any presence. Optic getting the knife kill, but at this point it's all just delaying the inevitable. 8 seconds left. They are on B. They're giving it their all. Limited finds 1. Flammy shooting bodies as that one is going to be that. No one gets to a site in time, and just like that, Primal are your winners of this series. The winners of the Coalesce Derby. as they take map number 3, 3-0. They take the series 3-0 and continue their perfect streak in the COD Ireland Division 2. COD Ireland League Division 2, I should say. Body shots for the final. Flammy. A dominant performance. Not just from him, but from everyone on his side. As ladies and gentlemen, that is how this one rounds out. The Coalesce Derby goes the way of Primal, who take this one 3-0. Looking more and more confident all the way through. It was a fun one to watch, but for sure not a fun one to play for Legion, who tried their best, but didn't get it done. Now we'll move on as well to the losers bracket side of things, which will be interesting to see. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to keep this short and sweet, as we have plenty more work left to do here in the COD Ireland side of things. So many cool announcements coming up to get the playoffs done and finished as well, alongside getting things in order for season 3, which is going to be announced very, very shortly. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss the announcement. Dare I say, if things fall into place, which hopefully they should over the next few days, we have the biggest announcement in Irish Call of Duty history. Just saying. But until then, folks, we'll catch you in a bit. Maybe even tomorrow. We might try and catch a game tomorrow. So make sure to tune in for that. And until then, we will see you soon. Take care.